Hey everyone, this is Sonal and welcome back to my channel. I know Halloween is not an Indian festival or not an Indian event, so don't come and tell me Sonal Halloween तो Indian नहीं है, तुमने वीडियो क्यों बनाया? मेरा चैनल मेरी मर्जी. Not that you come and watch me anyway. And if you are do watching, thank you. Anyway, is it ever a bad time to watch a movie? If you said no, कीड़े पड़े तुम पे. But the list of movies that I have today are non-horror movies, which are basically psychological horror, creepy movies, and similar things. If you are someone who gets easily scared or whose mind gets easily disturbed, you don't need to watch these movies. You can watch the video anyway, but you don't have to take the pain to watch the movies. If you are curious and you go ahead and watch the movie, what happens in your dreams is not my responsibility. मेरे को पैसे मांगने मत आना. I'm broke. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Suspiria is set in the 1970s Berlin, where a young ballet dancer called Susie comes to audition for a very famous ballet company, world famous ballet company, and she ends up getting the lead role in one of their upcoming performances. And the woman she replaces, the dancer, she gets hysterical and she starts blaming the women directors of the company and accuses and blames them of witchcraft. Now there are two other people, main characters here. One is a psychotherapist, the other is a dancer from the same company. They both get curious for no good reason and they start investigating different events and incidents occurring throughout the movie, and one day they investigate the crypts or the underground of the building where the dance studio is present, and then they discover some really disturbing thing. Now what the disturbing thing or things are, you'll get to know once you watch the movie. Where can you watch the movie? You can watch it on Amazon Prime. Midsommar is one of the most talked about movies of recent times, although it came out in 2019. If you haven't watched the movie yet, and God knows why, this video is your sign to go and watch Midsommar. The movie is about a girl called Dani, a girl called Dani, who is suffering from the trauma of her sister who killed herself and their parents by gassing the house with carbon monoxide. She tries to lean on her boyfriend, but Sir gets uncomfortable and he starts growing distant, because why would anyone care for someone who's emotionally attacked? But one day she gets to know that Chris and three of their friends, Chris and two of his other friends are visiting a fourth friend who has invited them for an ancestral cultural event that happens once in 90 years, and Dani self-invites herself. Initially, when they reach Sweden and when they initially go to the ancestral village, everyone is happy to be a part of the events because la 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 la. Okay, that was funny instead of being creepy. But as the rituals as the days go by and more rituals come into place, they start getting more and more disturbing. So if you want to know what the rituals are, go watch the movie. It's on Amazon Prime, and come back and tell me if you watched it, and I have a lot to discuss. Ma is a psychological horror film that follows a girl called Maggie who shifts to a new place with her mother and attends a new high school. She makes a bunch of friends. The movie starts out as pretty much like a teen movie with all that high school drama shit. But one day the kids find a vet. They think that she is very friendly, so they befriend her and they persuade her to buy alcohol for them. And after much reluctance, one day she decides to let the kids party in her basement. She allows them to party in her basement. Everything goes well, all is fine, everyone is having fun. But the woman, whose name is Sue Ann, she starts getting increasingly obsessed with the kids. She always asks them to spend more time with her or visit her place, and the kids start getting annoyed because kids are fucking kids, and they start avoiding her. And now, because Sue has gotten so obsessed with these kids, she starts showing her true colors and becomes more and more deranged, and she starts harming the kids. So basically, watch this movie to know how some strangers can be really, really harmful. It's on Netflix, so go and watch. The Mothman Prophecies is about a man called John whose wife has died from a disease called glioblastoma, and it has been 2 years since her death, but he is unable to move on from it. He is basically a reporter who is researching on something called the Mothman, which is a humanoid creature. And one day he is asked to cover a news somewhere, and he somehow ends up in some place in Virginia where it is rumored that there are a lot of inexplicable events that happen there, and a lot of creepy incidents have been happening. When he witnesses them or when he hears about them, he thinks that he can finally find a connection between those events and a sketch pad that belonged to his wife. The sketch pad belonged to his wife, and he starts becoming increasingly obsessed with discovering and unearthing all of these, and he gets crazy about these incidents and events. So watch this movie and see how the events unfold. Also, Richard Gere looks here, so go watch. First of all, the movie was shot entirely in black and white, which is one of the major reasons why I love this movie. The Eyes of My Mother is about a girl called Francisca who is living in the countryside with her parents. Her mother used to be a surgeon back in Portugal, and she teaches Francisca about the human anatomy and gives her lessons on how you can remove eyeballs from farm animals, which I don't know why you would tell that to a kid. Why? But anyway, and one not so fine day, the mother is killed by a thief who is disguised as a salesman. And when the father comes, he sees that the his wife is in the bathtub and the thief or the murderer is bludgeoning her to death. But instead of calling the police or anything, they tie and keep the murderer in their barn and they bury the mother in the backyard. So one day Francisca goes to the barn to talk to the murderer and he explains how amazing and how thrilling it is to kill people. People find thrill from from riding a roller coaster. इनको मारने में मज़ा आता है, but okay, personal choices. And after that conversation with the murderer, Francisca cuts off his vocal cords and removes his eyeballs because कहीं पे तो practical apply करना पड़ेगा ना theory पढ़ने के बाद. And the man is of course tied and he can't see, he can't speak. The rest of the movie is about Francisca as an adult and everything that goes on in her life. Watching this movie, it is a bit gory and disturbing, but if you like such kinds of movies, you are going to love this. You will have to find this on torrent. I can't give you the link because I am too lazy this time. Go find this on torrent, watch it, and we'll talk about it. Before you come and shout at me, the movie is a French movie. You will need subtitles. If you find a dubbed version of the movie somewhere, then good for you, but if not, read the subtitles. Eyes Without a Face is a movie about a doctor who is very determined to do a face transplant on his daughter's face. The daughter was in a car accident which severely disfigured her face, and because the doctor was the cause of the accident, he feels very guilty and he decides that he needs to do something about her face. Everyone outside, the neighbors and जो भी फलाना ढिमका लोग, they think that the daughter is dead, but she is kept hidden at home. What the doctor and his assistant do is they kidnap young women, knock them unconscious, and then they take off patches of their skin from the face and graft it on the daughter's face. This movie kind of reminds me of the Black Dahlia case in the levels of its creepiness, but go watch it. It is a bit disturbing again, like a lot of the movies in the list, but go watch it for a French horror experience. Goodnight Mommy is my favorite from today's list. I have watched it around 2-3 times, but I can't get over it. Again, this is a German movie, so you'll have to find and read the subtitles. Goodnight Mommy is about twin brothers Elias and Lucas, and these two kids are the twinnest twins ever. They do everything together and they do everything in the exact same way. If one does something, the other will do the exact same thing. Their mother comes back home from a facial reconstructive surgery, and except her eyes and mouth, everything else is sealed with bandages. Now the kids start getting scared of the mother, because obviously the mummified face and the fact that the mother's behavior has changed a lot. Gradually, the brothers start thinking that the woman who is supposedly their mother might be an imposter. So, what they do is they start torturing her in various ways, and they try to get her to tell the truth about their mother, whether whether the woman is the mother or not. Now, whether the truth comes out or not, you will get to know that when you watch the movie, and for that you will have to do a little bit of hard work. You'll have to find it on torrent, and in case you find it on Telegram, then well and good. But this is a really amazing movie. I don't want to uh, hype it up and get your expectations high, but do watch it and we can talk about it after you have watched it. Alright, that was it for today's video. I hope you liked the video. I hope you do go and watch some of these movies if you haven't, or all of these movies if you haven't. If you go and watch them, then please come back and let me know. I would be really happy to know that you watched my video and also watched the movies that I suggested. If you have some more movies that you think I and other people can watch, you can drop them in the comment section below. If you like this video, then like, comment, share and subscribe. If you are new to my channel, I post videos every Sunday, and I post videos about art, poetry, photography, books, movies, series and other random or informational stuff. If you have been a subscriber for a while, then thank you so much. Keep coming back to my channel and keep pushing me to create more videos, even though I'm not that great a video maker होता है क्या? हाँ, even though I'm not that great a video maker or a YouTuber, but the fact that you have stayed subscribed for so long, and even though not a lot of people watch my videos, but it still pushes me to create videos every week. Wow, that was a long monologue. Wait, aren't monologues long? Anyway, if you have some more suggestions about the kind of content or what content you would like to see on my channel, do drop your suggestions. I would be more than happy to take a look at them and try to shoot them. If you like this video, or if you know that someone who will definitely like this video, share it with them. And if it's not too much of a task, which I definitely know it won't be, but just being polite, if it's not too much of a task, I would be really grateful if you could share my channel with other people and ask them to subscribe. As always, there are bloopers towards the end. And until next time, bye and happy Halloween if you celebrate it. I think I should have dressed up, but wait, I don't have costume. But on second thought, why dress up when people can see my face? Hey everyone, this is चश्मा पहनूं नहीं पहनूं? And let's stick with the specs this time. Hey everyone, this is anyway, I forgot my line. Suspiria is set in the 1970s Berlin, where a young girl named क्या नाम था Midsummer has become one of the most don't go by the name. Ma is not even remotely as loving as हम सबकी माँ. Okay, should I include this? No. Ma is a psychological. Why is my voice sounding like this?